In the previous video, we talked all about content pillars, but content pillars don't necessarily talk about the purpose of your content. This is where marketing funnels come in. Let's quickly differentiate the two. Content pillars basically decide about what you talk about, and then marketing funnels basically decide why you're posting this type of content. As a social media manager, understanding what a content funnel is important because social media is not just all about posting. It's all about helping businesses move people from discovering the brand to eventually becoming paid customers. Today, what we are going to be delving into is what marketing funnels are, how they work, and how to apply them to your social media strategy. First things first, why do social media managers need to understand funnels? Many beginner social media managers just think that being a social media manager is all about following trends, posting aesthetic content, doing all of this itsy bitsy cute stuff on the internet. Businesses hire social media managers because they have real business goals to achieve. And what are these goals that businesses are trying to achieve? Growing their brand awareness, generating leads, driving sales, and building long-term relationships with their customer base. Marketing funnels essentially help social media managers understand how content supports these outcomes. Instead of just posting randomly, what you need to think about is where is the audience in the journey and what type of content do they need to see next? But what is a marketing funnel? A marketing funnel essentially explains a journey that a person takes before becoming a customer. Most people don't purchase from a brand the first time they see something. There's a stat online where, on average, a customer needs to see the brand online at least 7 times before they make a purchase. Instead of purchasing from the first time, customers actually go through this funnel. And the funnel includes stages such as awareness, consideration, then conversion. So you can kind of think of it like this. You're moving someone from being a stranger, then they become a follower, to your business's customer. And each stage of the funnel requires different types of content. The marketing funnel basically consists of the top, middle, and bottom. Top of funnel is all about discovering the brand and creating content where your aim of the goal is all about reach and discoverability. You're trying to reach a new audience at this funnel, and your main focus is about attracting as many eyes as possible and introducing the brand to a new audience. Examples of this type of content include entertaining content, trends, savable or shareable content. At the top of the funnel, this could include your little funny TikTok dances and trends. I know I did mention that trendy type of funny little dances can be part of this funnel. What you need to consider as a strategic marketer is how can you create this content in a style that represents your brand so that when someone is scrolling, they're seeing that you're participating in a trend, but they're still knowing you're still a founder of a beauty company. I'll give you an example. A trend on TikTok that's blown up and that people know and love is, I'm a mom. Of course I'm an Uber driver. Let's say you're a founder of a beauty brand. You could definitely participate. Your take on this could be, I'm a skincare founder. Of course I'm up 24/7. I'm a skincare founder. Of course I'm trying out 15 products at once. The content at the top has a different aim to your content in the middle and bottom of the funnel, but it's important that when you're creating this content to make sure that it actually is still part of your branding. You're not going on there doing a dance and people are just following you because you did that dance. People are following you because you're witty, it's funny, it's entertaining, but it's also a representation of your personal brand or your business brand. The goal of the top of the funnel is to bring new people into your brand's ecosystem. And a lot of marketers like to call top of funnel content the type of content that stops the scroll. What are other examples of top of funnel content? Something that is relatable to share. It could be a short educational reel, not in the sense where it's really tidy and neat and corporate looking. It's got to be relatable to your audience as well. Something trendy, something fun, something wow and out of the ordinary. Your goal here is not to sell. The goal is to get discovered by new audiences. Now that we've got the top of the funnel out of the way, let's talk about the middle of the funnel. This is all about building trust with the followers that you gained from posting top of funnel content. Now that you've got potential clients that have followed you and they've discovered you, they know who you are now, you need to start building trust with them through your content. These people that are in the middle of the content may follow the account, engage with your account, and binge watch multiple pieces of your content. And the audience that you have in this stage of your business, your goal is to build trust with them. People need to feel confident that you as a brand can actually help them with their pain points. I'll give you a few examples of middle of the funnel types of content. This would be case studies, testimonials, reviews, product or service highlights, your benefits, before and after results, brand storytelling, and behind the scenes content. This type of content turns your audience from being interested into considering your product. Why is the middle of the funnel content important? First of all, there are so many scams out there and people rarely buy from brands that they don't even trust. And that's where middle of the funnel content comes in, they answer questions like, how does this brand help me? Do they actually deliver the results they say? And why should I choose them over their competitors? This stage focuses on credibility and relationship building. Think about your favorite creator online that owns a business. A lot of them will post their highlights and maybe not so great glamorous times in their business. A lot of them are very transparent with why they do what they're doing and a lot of the benefits of their business. You see this with a lot of TikTok business owners where they document their whole journey, and this would be the middle of the funnel content because you're starting to learn more about them. They're wanting to let you in on their business, and this is what I call pervy content. You've already roped them in because you posted something trendy, silly, and funny, and now because you're hooked onto their content, you're invested. This is where you post that pervy content. This is what I do every day. This is how I design my business logo. This is the operations of my business, and come with me as I move into my new warehouse. You're building trust with your audience because you roped them in, and now they've fallen in love with you as a founder, you as a business, and they're wanting to support you, but they haven't gotten to a certain level of trust yet. And this is why you need to post that content so they can go, I love them even more now because they're amazing. Their story is great. Their journey is so relatable and realistic. People that consume social media are so sick of high quality and polished content. Now people love raw and real. Now let's get into the last stage of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel. It's all about conversion. And I hate to say it, but it's all about the sale. Bottom of the funnel focuses on the customer taking an action. These people that are in the bottom of the funnel, they already trust the brand, they love the brand, and now it's time to take them to that next step. So the goal of the bottom of the funnel is to get your audience to take an action. That could be to purchase, to inquire, to sign up, or even book a service. Examples of bottom funnel content can include promotional posts, offers, sales, or call to action. You can also do this through DMs or posting on your stories. This content here is really important because it directly connects to business outcomes. Let's talk about how the funnels work all together. This is what a typical customer journey may look like. Someone goes on TikTok and discovers a helpful or funny video. Then they follow your account. Then they start seeing educational content and a lot of case studies and testimonials that you post. Over time, your audience will start to trust your brand, and eventually they will see an offer or call to action that you'll post. This whole entire journey is called your marketing funnel. Where do content pillars fit into the marketing funnel? Remember when I mentioned earlier that content pillars are basically themes of your content? Let me give you an example. These are my own content pillars from my personal brand. It would be career, ambition, travel and experiences, soft life and beauty, and fun and collectibles. But the content that you post from those pillars determine where that content fits into the customer journey. I'll give you an example. Educational or funny, trendy content might attract attention at the top of the funnel. The same topic could also build trust with audiences in the middle of the funnel. But once you reach to the bottom of your funnel, your content should explain how your product or service solves a problem. And essentially, this is how content pillars and marketing funnels work together in a content marketing strategy. And I want to explain to you the reason why the funnel looks the way it does. The top of the funnel is the largest because that's where most of the people are. These are the people that have just discovered your brand. They're really new, they don't know who you are, and they're still learning about you and your services or products. I'll give you an example. Maybe 10,000 people learn about your business. And at this stage, it's just simply awareness and they're just learning about your brand for the first time. Then you see at the middle of the funnel gets smaller. Some of those people that have learned about your brand and they're becoming more interested in your brand, they might follow the account, watch more of your content, research on the products that you have, or even engage with your post. But out of that 10,000 people that have just discovered you, maybe only 500 people would interact with your brand. This is where they start considering your brand might be an option for them. And once you get into the bottom of the funnel, you see it's much smaller than the rest of the funnel. Why is that? It's simple because not everyone will take action, and only a portion of the people that discover your brand will take action. Out of the 500 people that may engage or become interested in your brand, only 10 of them could potentially convert. Essentially, the marketing funnel is called a funnel because many people enter at the top and fewer people move down at each stage, and only a small amount of people convert at the bottom. Why does this even matter for social media managers? As a social media manager, you need to consider this, especially for the content that you help create for your clients at every single stage. Because if you only focus on promoting the brand and posting a lot of sales and a lot of offers, you won't be attracting new people from the top of the funnel. If you think about it that way, how are you going to help grow that business? This is why successful social media managers create content for all three of the funnels. Let's talk about a common mistake that businesses make in terms of marketing funnels. It's simple. They mainly focus on the bottom of the funnel and promote and make a lot of salesy content. They constantly post buy now, promotions and discounts, but they forget to create content that actually resonates with their audience and content that drives in new eyes and content that builds trust. Let's say you're looking for a new skincare clinic. You go on their Instagram and all you see is a bunch of discounts. You're probably going to swipe away. You probably don't care about that brand anymore because you're thinking, okay, they're just trying to rope me in now at this point, and you can get content fatigue just looking at all of these sales all the time because you're like, I don't know anything about this brand. I just wanted to learn what they can offer me, and at this point, there's nothing of value for me here. Why does understanding the marketing funnel make you a better social media manager? Essentially, understanding marketing funnels makes you become so much better as a social media manager because you're not posting anything aesthetic without reason behind it. A lot of the decisions that you make become much more strategic. Instead of just posting content for the sake of it, you're actually sitting there and thinking, how are people going to discover the brand? How will I nurture the current audience that we've developed? And how the next content we're going to post will help convert for the brand. This essentially helps you as a social media manager create much better strategies and connect their social media to their overall business goals. And this is what separates someone who just manages social accounts to someone who has an understanding of marketing strategy. Marketing funnels are not complicated. They're simply just a journey that someone takes from discovering your brand, building trust with you, and becoming a customer. When a social media manager understands this, a lot of the content that they post becomes much more intentional. And when the funnel works well with the content pillars, you know you've got a strong strategy and you're definitely on the way to helping your own personal brand or your client's brand reach their overall business goals. That's it for today. And if you made it this far, I thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.